Hi, I want to talk to you today about a rising scam in the real estate world. It is where a potential seller contacts an agent to sell a piece of property. Not unusual, except the property isn't theirs. These are called title pirates. They usually operate with a property that has been vacant or is just a lot, maybe not developed. They get more and more sophisticated, and unfortunately, sometimes a real estate agent can fall prey to it as well as a buyer. Planet Money, which is one of my favorite podcasts, had a recent segment on this exact same thing. And I don't think the real estate agent was at fault, and the buyer wasn't at fault, and the property owner didn't know anything until they were innocently notified by somebody that they knew that lived where their property was. It seems that the properties being targeted, at least, and I've been contacted twice, and enough red flags went up that I investigated more, found out where the real owners were, and contacted them. But both times, my real owners were out of state, and the properties that these title pirates were trying to sell were empty lots. It doesn't mean they won't try to sell a house. So my recommendation is, as a property owner, if you own properties that are not in your own town or your own state, find ways to keep an eye on their status and make sure things don't happen like this. Now you may be thinking, well, what about the title companies and the title commitments that are always handled through a sale? Well, keep in mind a title company only traces back and verifies title. They don't verify fraud or the identity of the seller. Okay, so while they will make sure title is correct, they have no responsibility to determine if the person that's selling the property is the true owner. So this is just something to be aware of, both as a property owner and as a potential buyer. That's why we ask lots of questions and do lots of research. If you have any questions about this, holler at me. I'd be happy to discuss it with you. Just some interesting news of what's happening in the world of real estate.